Hello and welcome back to what should be the finale of Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. When last we left off, we collected the remaining Dark One's rituals, we entered the Cave of the Dark One, and we battled with the last of the Boyars who had been transformed by the influence of the Dark One. Now we will move forward with the rituals and head on to our final confrontation with Katrina, Ad Avis, and the Dark One of Oozle. Let's head into our first chamber here. Alright, so we have learned that the bone ritual is the first to be performed, so let's see what happens if we try to perform the ritual.
The lighting isn't quite appropriate for this ritual. You need to make some preparations first.
Interesting. Let's take a look at the altar.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable rituals.
Alright, so we have to fix the lighting, so let's
You light the torch in the...
I'll light some candles here.
You put the torch back in the sconce.
And then the one thing that we have to do before we can actually start the ritual is to use the Dark One sign here.
That didn't do anything.
Or not. There we
Press the Dark One sign against the top of the altar. The sand swirls and shifts to form a mirror image of the sign. The Dark One sign dissolves into the sand. Its purpose fulfilled at last.
Right, so now we may begin the rituals.
That didn't do it. You unroll the scroll containing the bone ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya Avuzul, Dark One, come! I stand among your massive bones. Let your skeleton once more be filled with your presence. The rocks of the cave creak and groan around you, as if forced to bear some massive weight. Ya Avuzul, take shape once more in this place that is your home. Stand again among us. The bones near the altar start to sway and move, as if a massive wind was blowing change through the cavern. Ya Avuzul, Dark One, come. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. Suddenly you realize that the nearest bones have formed into a cage and are closing around you.
Oh no, but we are a super strong paladin. It's alright.
Bracing yourself, you apply all your strength to the cage bones. The rocks give a terrible shriek, then shatter.
Alright, we have successfully completed the first ritual.
The valve won't budge. If you had a bit more light, maybe you'll be able to see how to open it.
Oh, we still need the torch.
You take the torch.
I didn't think we did. Curious what it'll say if we bring the torch to it.
That didn't do it. That didn't. You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Just a way to make sure that you collect the dagger and the torch before leaving, I suppose. Alright, let's head over to this second pulsating door. Interesting. Let's see. I have a feeling I'm gonna accidentally jump off of things at some point. Oh, good.
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. Feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
Heavy. They're just kind of hanging out, I guess. Alright, let us check on the ritual of blood. Should be this one. Yes. Now we could hear him say Avuzel again. It's ridiculous.
You unroll the scroll containing the blood ritual. Words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, Avuzel, bringer of blood, I bring fresh blood to fill your veins. Following the scroll's instructions, you prick your finger and let a few drops of blood drip into the altar bowl. They seem to sizzle and roil within the black bowl. Ya, Avuzel, let this chamber fill with your fiery blood once more. Drops of thick acid liquid begin to form and drip from the altar into the bowl. Ya, Avuzel, bringer of blood! The dark liquid oozes forth from openings throughout the chamber and begins to fill the channels below. The blood hisses and sizzles as it flows. The scroll falls from your hands into the altar bowl, where it is instantly consumed by the acid.
Seems unsafe.
A thick, putrescent liquid now oozes and flows through the cave. It looks highly corrosive and in general like something you'd best avoid.
I believe we want to head out by going this way. Climbing up here.
It's too... You can't reach them.
I wonder if I can glide over to it.
The glide spell only works on...
I guess not. Can I try and throw a grappling hook?
You don't see a good place there to... This is not a good... You don't see a good... It's too... You can't reach...
I don't think I can come this way. I wonder if there's another path back here somewhere.
It's too far...
Doesn't look too far away, to be honest with you.
It's too... You can't reach them. You don't see a good... You miss. 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 You don't see a good place. You don't see a... This is not a... This is not... This is not... This is not a... You missed.
Am I missing a
You missed. You missed. You missed.
This is dragging on to a degree that I do not want it to.
The eerie cave is now alive with pulsing, flowing acid blood, the slightest touch of which would mean a painful and agonizing death.
Try to come down here, but I do not believe that that is what I want to do. Pretty sure that goes poorly.
The glide spell...
There it is. Okay. Yeah, that is what I thought would happen. Oh, okay, hang on one second. Let's not watch this whole thing again. Alright.
A thick putrescent...
Yes, we heard that part already. Alright, so let's try this again. Come up here. I don't know, I was reasonably certain we could grapple out of somewhere.
It's
but,
too far... It's too far...
Maybe we can swing onto this rock. Or maybe we just push the rock.
You can't reach...
Maybe now that the rock's gone.
You don't see a good...
I guess the flowing... Alright. I don't know, for some reason I feel like that wasn't the way I remember it, but Okay. We will take success where we find it. Let's come out here. And break across, and now we shall continue on. I feel like there's a doorway up here.
This is not a good place.
We can go up here.
It doesn't.
No, okay, let's just head out. For some reason, he's walking incredibly slowly. Alrighty, let's move on to our next ritual, which I believe is breath. It might be sense, but I think it's breath. Okay, so take a look at the altar.
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
I wonder if that's a mistake. That's the exact same text we got with the blood ritual.
That The stone tentacle is hollow. It somehow reminds you of a mocking imitation of a musical instrument.
Alright, let's get out the breath ritual.
You unroll the scroll containing the breath ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to read the ritual. Ya, a woozle of the breath of night, I shall come to draw forth your breath in the song of shadows.
Important to pay attention to
On
what's
the
said
most
here.
right horn shall I begin thy song. The shadows of darkness gather. Ya, a woozle, then shall I play on the leftmost of three. The wind shall come forth among the shadows. I shall bring breath again unto thy center. The wind of darkness blows all before it. Yeah, a woozle of the breath of night, I shall sound the final note on high. The shadows of darkness shall rise again. You sense an awakening and a waiting within the altar, as if it is alive and expecting something more.
Alright, so we have to play the tentacles here in the correct order. And I think we probably have to use the mouth, but I'm not certain.
It doesn't say.
Maybe we use the hand.
You take a deep breath, then blow hard into the hollow tentacle.
So to use the rightmost, then the leftmost.
You take a deep breath,
Then the center.
you take a deep,
And then finally the top.
you take a deep breath.
And now this breath here has begun. And the way to deal with this is somewhat amusing. You have to grab hold of this tentacle here until the breath stops. Very different than what we are accustomed to seeing in Quest for Glory, particularly in this game. A little more of like a, I don't know, maybe a space quest feel. But we have completed the breath ritual. Now we have one of the more interesting ones with the sense room.
You feel totally numb. Can't see anything, feel anything, hear anything, taste anything, or even smell anything. Is this totally senseless?
So we have to try to advance on here.
Wait. You just felt something, hard and round with some spiky bits sticking out. Your sense of touch has returned.
Exactly how he knows where to keep going, I'm not sure, but luckily he does.
Wow, did something just die in here? Your sense of smell has just returned with a vengeance. Kinda wish it hadn't.
What's going to be next?
You hear a loud, almost explosive pounding and something like rushing water. After a moment, you realize that you're hearing the sounds of your own heartbeat and of the blood pulsing through your veins. You stand still for a second until the sounds subside to a dull throb. You can hear again.
Wonder how we get back our sense of taste. Do we have to just lick the dark one?
Blinding glare assaults your vision, and you nearly fall from the path. It's as if you're staring directly at the sun. After a bit, you still see stars. Now at last you can see the cave you're in. Ahead of you lies the altar. The rough stone altar is covered with dirt. There's a large stone platform near the sense altar.
Alright, let's get our next ritual ready then.
You begin to read the sense ritual before the altar. Ya Avuzel! Dark calls unto darkness. Reach out thy tentacles to feel life again. Let the sense of this world permeate thy smell. Ya Avuzel! The sounds of our world are loud in thine ears to do with what thou will. Let the light and shadow of this world enter thy sight. Let thine own shadow of darkness cover the world without the need of light. Ya Avuzel, dark calls unto darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. You hear a crackling noise and see flashes of lightning from the dendrites as the smell of ozone permeates the air.
Alright, I don't really remember anything specific about the dangers of this room. I think we just maybe need to not touch anything. Oh. I seem to have touched something. So let's see. So we have this big eyeball here. We have a looks like an eardrum. We have this big nose-looking guy here, and then I guess these are just the spiky bits. We're supposed to time this, or it's just not getting too close. I don't know. Did we ever go up here? I don't want to. Seems like a narrow pathway. Uh-oh, that's not good. It sent us back. Okay. Maybe we should try and go up there. Let's take a little
That feels...
booster here before we do.
That feels... It's a round ball with a number of... A cluster of the spiky balls has formed into some sort of strange nerve or sense organ. The cluster blocks most of the path to the exit.
I'm going to try and touch this guy and see what happens.
You feel a round globe with a number of sharp...
Maybe I can throw something at it.
This is not a good... This is not... This is not...
Freeze.
That didn't do anything.
That's fair. Alrighty. How do we bypass this one?
You feel a round globe. This is not...
Seems obvious that it will shock us if we try to just simply go past it.
It's a round ball with a number of sharp-looking spikes.
Seems silly for there to be this path up here for no reason.
This is not a...
Maybe we can lower
This
down
is not
from
a...
here. Stop shocking me. Enough. Enough of your nonsense. Am I inside the nose or outside? What in the world was that? That didn't really make any sense. Yeah, knock it off. Suppose this is why I've stockpiled these.
That...
Although I could use my Paladin healing ability. I don't think I've actually done that in the entire game. Stop it. So rude.
Ah.
There we go. Let's see. We rappel down.
This does not seem to be the best place to do.
Well, fine then, John.
You feel a hard stone platform.
That's not really something I want to do. Maybe I am just supposed to walk through there? I don't think so, though.
You are looking into a giant... You are looking into a giant eye, which appears to be looking right back at you. This looks a bit like a blacksmith's anvil. It appears to be a giant slingshot or a stirrup. You don't notice anything. This looks a bit like a... This looks a... You don't...
Should be able to see
It
that.
looks like a stone sledgehammer.
Maybe that's the Inca? I don't know. Should be able to see all three of the bones of the ear.
You don't notice anything. The rounded spur of rock reminds you of something. It's just on the tip of your tongue. No, of your nose. That's it.
All right. Stop it. Rude. it's just timing. Oops. Maybe I'm bad at timing.
Ah,
Let's do a couple more.
that feels...
Let's try running. Alright. Damn it.
That feels...
Alright. So again, we'll make sure we're running. And then... Okay. Shock. Shock. Use the grappling hook to maybe grab on.
This is not a...
Alright, fine. Go. Oh, alright. We just have to time it. Oh, that was a lot of work for very little payoff. Okay, let's see. So here we have our
The
central
rough
altar.
stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood. The rough stone altar...
Come on, should say something different. Alright, let's do our heart ritual.
You unroll the scroll containing the heart ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, Avuzl, master of darkness, your servant stands now before your heart of darkness. Let your heart pulsate again with power and life. You feel a heavy throbbing sensation from your own heart, as if some force is trying to rip it free from your chest.
That sounds unpleasant.
Ya, Avuzl, let the heart of darkness force the black blood through your veins. The pressure on your chest relaxes as the stone heart begins to pulse and throb with unearthly energy. Ya, Avuzl, master of darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. The rumbling noise grows louder as a passage opening appears in the ceiling above the heart altar.
I guess we have to climb up then. See what's going on in this passage. Oh, hey.
Very good. You have succeeded where many have failed. Begin the final ritual. Soon the darkness will return to this land, and I will never lie helpless in my coffin again. Summon Avuzl and free the shadows of darkness.
Enough talk! Let's get this over with.
I do believe you are jealous. Is that because this hero stopped you from summoning Iblis so long ago? You resent the fact that I triumphed while you failed, don't you?
It wasn't that long ago.
I only wish to
was only a
begin
few
your
weeks
moment
within
of
the storyline of the
triumph, my
game.
dear Dark Master.
Very well. Let the final ritual begin.
You begin to recite the final ritual.
This is the one we
Ya,
read from the
Avuzl, we
the
summon
Boyar
thee.
had.
Cold chill fills you, and you feel as if your blood was being sucked from your veins. Still you continue. Oh, great Dark One, enter the world of light. You feel as if your feet were slowly and painfully dissolving into the floor as if by acid. Somehow you continue the essence ritual. Oh, shadows of darkness, enter the land of the living. Your arms feel as if they were frozen, locked forever holding this paper. You continue to speak because you have no other choice. Oh, master of the forever night, return to your own body and live again. Your head aches, and it's getting incredibly difficult to concentrate. You can barely intone the last words of the ritual. Ya, Avuzl, we summon thee.
Yes! Yes! The spell is completed and Avuzl awakens. Darkness will fill the land, and we will never flee the sunshine again.
Oh no! Curse your sudden
No!
inevitable betrayal.
How dare you?
Ah, you have just shattered the bonds which bound me. Now we shall see who is the true Dark Master.
I am still a far greater master of magic than you. I am a far more powerful vampire than you. Do you really think your spells can harm me? Guess again.
But my dear Katrina, I do not need to cast spells at you to destroy you. I intend only to destroy my enemy, the one you seem so fond of. Can't let him die.
No! I will not let him die!
The fool! I knew that a Voozle would be attracted by that spell. Now Katrina will have all the darkness she so desired, and much, much more. Ah, the first part of my vengeance is complete. Now I can enjoy fully watching you die slowly and painfully. The tendrils you clutch so desperately are starting to slip through your numb fingers. You cannot hold on much longer. Still, there is a fire burning inside you as you realize that Katrina truly cared for you. You know that you must stop Ad Avis once more and forever, and prevent the Dark One from fully entering this world. There's no place you can run to, and no place for you to hide. Soon there won't even be a place to stand upon. Getting worried, great hero?
Kind of him to let us stand up. Alright, yes, so Ad Avis casted some spell that he knew would attract the essence of a Voozle from this crystalline heart, and Katrina, attempting to protect us, teleported in a way, which ended up causing her to be sucked into this void that is a Voozle. And now we have to try to stop Ad Avis in some way. And we have a number of weapons at our disposal: sword, daggers, spells, but we also have the greatest power of all, which is... Oh, I took two. Oops. We actually did see this, I believe, in our Dark Vision when we got the blood ritual. Land and thousands of voices cried negative grief and maybe that wasn't quite the right thing to do. Well, that seems reasonable. Might have to skip through some dialogue quickly. Yes. Okay. The battle has begun. Let's splash some magic at each other quickly. I can watch Ad Avis launch his trap against Katrina.
The tendrils you clutch
Some
so
kind of
desperately
spell
are
shaped
starting
like
to
a
slip.
dragon or
Still,
something. Alright, and this time we won't waste time. So yes, we have the greatest weapon of all, which is the weapon of laughter. The ultimate joke that we got from Honeybones the gnome.
You tell the ultimate joke about the wizard and the farmer's daughter. That's a killer. You think to delay your demise by telling stupid jokes? That wasn't even funny. Despite his protestations, Ad Avis begins to laugh. In a few moments, he's doubled over, still laughing uncontrollably. Now's your chance!
So we have a moment. Let's try the weapon that is used most commonly against vampires.
That didn't do anything. That didn't.
Nope. throwing dagger. He also got sucked in. I would prefer it if the answer was the stake. Let's see what's going
It
on
doesn't
here.
say. No one seems to be... A luminescent crystal pulses with magical energy. This must be the crystal in which Erana was trapped during our final battle against the Dark One.
Perhaps some powerful magical item?
You touch the staff of Erana to the crystal.
You walk in honor and righteousness. This day you have freed the land of Mordavia from great evil. May you always hold high the way of the Paladin. You have freed me from my imprisonment by the Dark One. I have driven Avuzel back to its own dimension forever. Your magic is of great power to have overcome the evil which was in this place. It seems we shared a dream once. You gave me hope while I was trapped in the darkness. You held me in your arms and showed me your love. I cannot hold you now, nor can we kiss. I am only a spirit, a ghost. It will take more magic than I have ever known before we shall ever be together again. I can only thank you for everything you've done. I shall love you forever. Farewell.
Well, seems like we had a few people fall in love with us.
2 weeks pass from the final encounter at the Dark One's cave. Your friends and acquaintances in Moldavia hold a party in your honor at Castle Borgov.
So even as we speak, the swamp is drying up. Soon the pass will open, and we may trade with the outside world.
NAFTA, because we have to. We can finally sell our produce to others.
Yeah, we'll export garlic to all parts of the world. Everybody will be stinky.
We can even import an elephant or two, just for old time's sake.
The king has sent word that I shall be the newly appointed boyar. Castle Borgov will again protect and guard Mordavia.
He could not have chosen a worthier person for the role. And I mean that sincerely.
We have gathered here to thank this hero. He has driven away the shadows of darkness from this land. Mordavia will again be the peaceful, beautiful land of our forefathers.
The people fill the room with their cheers.
He returned Tanya to us. For that, we shall be forever grateful.
He proved that dreams can be real if you work to make them so. He brought me back to my mommy and daddy, and you know what? They weren't even mad at me.
Everyone again gives a cheer of happiness.
Igor be engraved if not for hero friend. Instead of redhead, Igor be deadhead. Little graveyard humor there.
I would have been burned at the stake only because I am a gypsy if this hero had not befriended me.
That's because some people whose names I won't mention, but you know who you are, spread nasty rumors that gypsies were werewolves. How foolish to believe such things.
There are many here who owe their lives and happiness to this hero. In a land with a history of great heroes like Pyotr and Erana, he is one of the greatest.
Again, the hall is filled with cheers of excitement. You suddenly hear a familiar pair of voices.
There, that's it. I believe this crystal ball is finally working. Do you see anything, Fenris?
Yeah, I see him. He's with a bunch of people. Either a reward ceremony or a lynch mob.
What? Let me see. Well, it's a reward ceremony, of course. He's probably done some great deed, as usual.
Oh, now what?
Well, seeing that his adventure in Mordavia is obviously over,
all of the points. That's good to see. So, yes, we have completed Quest for Glory 4.
Congratulations. You have successfully completed Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness, with the maximum possible score. We welcome you to the ranks of the few, the proud, the true heroes. If you have not already done so, we encourage you to play Shadows of Darkness again with the other character types. Many of the puzzles are different or have alternate solutions. In the meantime, you are already a winner. Please insert a writable disk in your floppy drive to save your winning hero for use in later Quest for Glory games.
Alright, I will save this and end things here, but sometime in the future we will move forward with the other character types in Quest for Glory 4, and maybe